Welcome to Getting Started with Minecraft Mods in 1.17. First thing you're going to do is, of course, get Multi-MC. So get the latest version of Multi-MC. And one cool thing about Multi-MC that I only realized recently, if you click this button, you can actually change the picture. It may be obvious to some people who just clicked it straight away. Some of you may never have clicked that or even hovered your mouse over that. So if you didn't know that, I hope that was a useful tip. Now, you create your instance. So you should really know how to create an instance. Create instance 1.17. So once you have your instance, we can take a look. Of course, you want to click Install Fabric, then you're going to get this. And the issue that you may have is that if you've been using any previous version of Java, in general with Java, you want to use, before 1.17, you wanted to use the latest version of the Adopt JDK Java 8. So you always wanted just to find the latest version of Adopt JDK Java 8, and that would be what you use for Minecraft all the time. Now that you need an additional step because the Minecraft launcher is now using the latest version of Java 1.17, supporting the latest version, everything's supporting the latest version. So you could do it there's two ways you could do it. One is you could just override. One is you could just do that as the default, which is probably if you're starting new, maybe just put it as the default. But for me, because I'm going to play a lot on 1.12, but for me because I may not. For me, I may do that in the end, but for now, what I'm going to do is you can go to the settings button here, and you can do the global override settings. This is most likely the path you're going to want here. So this is the new Java runtime, which gives you Java 16. And this will mean that you can still play all your older mod packs. You may have 1.12 mod packs. You may have whatever you have that is older than 1.17. You can still play it, but you can just override it using this. Because you have to have a later version of Java to run Minecraft 1.17. You have to have the latest version. You have to have the Fabric API specifically for 1.17. And I've put in a few of the sort of essentials. Mod menu is often seen as essential. Same with roughly enough items. I also really like this mod. So early on, it may be later in 1.17 by the time you watch this video, but early on, this will be true for later versions. In general, you don't want to switch to Optifine until Optifine until Optifine has fully stabilized. OptiFabric has fully stabilized. So it's best to stick with this one, which is Canvas Renderer. Smooth scrolling everywhere is not out yet. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it might have been incorporated into this one. I'm not sure, but we will see anyway. This is a good starting place though, and then you can just add a bunch of mods for 1.17. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go into Minecraft. All right, so once you get into Minecraft, you can see it says 97 mods. It's not really the real number because there's a lot of embedded libraries and stuff. This is really all I decided to put in. Just a few things that are out. So to give just this is good. This used to be called Wild Explorer, I believe. And you can go here and you can get into config menus, this is why we get it. And so the trinkets, interestingly, the new version of trinkets, it doesn't actually show up. So I just thought I'd get an actual trinket mod. So it might actually show up. This has got a bunch of cool stuff. This developer's really, really good. This is a pretty cool feature on this one, actually. If you want to get rid of particles. I'm not sure there's anything for the enchantment stuff. I'd love it if you could have an active. It'd be cool if you could have like an active status effect, and it was just a little bit less. What was that for? All right, so once you've loaded it up, you can. You see, it says 97. Often that will be more than the actual number of mods you've got. I've probably got about 20 mods in here, and you can see I've installed a few things. So this is a really good mod for all the different mobs from Minecraft Earth. You can see Very, very good. Quite a little bit underrated, this mod actually, but you can see it's pretty good stuff there. Even has the stuff with the pigs playing in the mud. You can see also put in this is normally you don't want to go overboard with the biome mods on a new version. This used to be called Wild Explorer. It's just got a few different things, like you can see Cherry Oak Forest, Nether Forest, Dark Amaranth Forest, Pumpkin Pastures. Does a few things, right? But it doesn't go overboard. That's why I quite like that one. And I put something in for the trinkets, because trinkets actually don't display automatically. And it's cool that we've got this mod. Obviously, everyone's waiting for custom NPCs, but still, it's something which is there. And this is going to be interesting. We're going to look at the copper oxidizer. We're going to look at this implementation of the copper oxidization to wood. So obviously, that's kind of like it could be a new thing. And this might be interesting as well. But yeah, one of the great things is that the config menus are just really, really good. So so if we look at what we can do in slight GUI modifications, there's a lot of cool stuff. What I like to do so we don't have smooth scrolling everywhere, but I do like to get the slide animation. So we're going to see if we can get some of those in. So you can see it just makes the menus go like this. This is something that this is one of the first things I liked when I even first played with Fabric.